This is the video review for Transformers Animated Jetstorm and Jetfire. They are twins. The story is that the Elite Guard was doing some experiments on Starscream to create their own aerial warrior, as apparently in animated the Autobots don't have any flying Autobots, or at least Autobots with aerial alt modes. And as part of the experiment, they ended up with the Jet Twins, or the Aero Twins, or the Jet Brothers, or whatever you want to call them. I've been calling them the Aero Twins. Again, Jetstorm, the blue one, Jetfire, the orange and white one. It's actually more of a grayish cream color than white. You can see their jet modes are very similar. They do have these little flip-out wings back here. And you can angle those however you'd like. At first I thought they were very floppy. They were very loose in the back here. And then I found out that there's a little tab here on the waist guard that plugs into a hole in the top of the knee. And that keeps them nice and sturdy when they're in normal jet mode. I think they look better if you untab the knees there and kind of angle the wings up. I think they look better a little bit like that from the front. They look more like kind of supersonic jets. They still look a little weird from the top, but there's not a whole lot you can do about that. But from the front, they look really cool. I'll just do the same to Jetstorm here to get it ready for combined mode. Sometimes this waist armor does like to pop off, and it can be a pain to get back on. Just a couple of tabs that should snap in there. There we go. That one wasn't so... And of course it popped right back off again. I'd edit that out, but you know, it's one of the minor issues of the toy, and something I'll talk about near the end. You basically just got to be careful that when you're flipping this forward, it doesn't get caught on the chest pieces up here. There we go. Back on, wings out in the X formation. And not only are these guys twins, they are combiners. So if you take them like this, you can snap them together underneath like so. Snap the noses together. And there they are combined into kind of an X-Jet. It's hard to get a good shot of it without thing. They do, either one can be the top, which is kind of cool. I guess if you're talking about attacking, they can flip and roll and always have one on top. It's not the greatest. It clearly looks like two jets smushed together. But from the front, it doesn't look too bad. It's definitely the weakest of all the modes, is this combined jet mode. I think individually they look a little bit better. Now transforming them to robot mode, both very similar. They pretty much have the same transformation to robot mode. You just want to pull the legs down and tab that from here and bring the entire leg piece down. And again, there's that armor that likes to pop off. And part of it too is it really isn't quite as bad as it looks from the video. I'm pulling on little things and not paying as much attention to it as I would since I'm sitting behind the camera here. But it is pop-offable quite easily. You'll see that one leg is longer than the other. Just click that back up into place. We'll extend that leg later on. Flip the chest down. Flip the arms. This whole piece down and around. And then the elbows come up. And then you just rotate the hands. Again, flip this whole piece down, plug it into the chest, flip the shoulder up, arm down, flip the hand out, and then flip the cockpit onto the back. And also right here in the middle of the feet there's a heel spur that will flip out. And there's Jetstorm. Talk about him more in just a moment. Do the same thing over here for his brother. Heel, flip out the heel, And one of the things that's interesting too is you'll notice on the feet, even though they only combine one way and only one arm is going to become the fist, there actually are, just the detailing wise, there actually is a fist on each leg, even though only one of them is going to actually become a fist at any point during the process. Flip it down, and peg the arms, rotate, peg, up, rotate, rotate. A lot of rotation involved in their transformations. And there is Jetfire. They're both very cool. I think, to me, my favorite, even from early pictures, I was pretty confident my favorite was going to be Jetstorm, and it still is. He's very clearly an homage to the Beast Machines version of the character. Looks very much like an animated version of Beast Machine's Jetstorm, albeit with actual legs. But very nice. I wasn't real big on Jetfire at first, but now that I've got him in hand and the more I play with him and look at him, he's really got some nice character to him. He's got a nice little quirky smirk on his face. He's kind of got the flaming hair and the goggles. It definitely looks like an animated version of Robot Human Torch, as I mentioned in my pictorial review on TFW. But I mean, they both just have a lot of personality and really cool. Jetfire I'm liking a lot more. I still think Jetstorm is my favorite of the two, but I really like Jetfire a lot more than I thought I was going to. And here is where they really shine. Their individual robot modes are just great. They're very posable. You've got mid bicep swivels, elbows. Their hands can rotate a little bit. Ball joint shoulders. Their heads are on ball joints and also on like a little pivoting neck joint here. They got rotating legs, bicep leg, mid thigh swivels, knees. Just due to transformation, their legs can move in and out. Their feet are actually on little swivel joints. They don't swivel a lot due to the leg armor, but they can angle a little bit for some poses. Just very, very posable figures. You're gonna get a lot of neat action shots out of these if you wish. But there you go. Both very neat. And then their big thing is not only do they combine in jet mode, but if you take them here, you want to undo the arms and flip them back. And they're pretty much just going to sit back there for the time being. I'll flip this piece forward, and under here you're going to flip this piece out to the side here, and then you'll take this piece, you bring it down, and you want to rotate it. You want to be careful because again this one will like to pop off on you. Rotate it down, snap it into place down here, spin the leg around, and here again I mentioned earlier one leg was longer than the other. You want to extend that, and then this piece under here on the side you're going to flip down and in. Maybe not quite that far, because once you get that leg down you want to flip his head all the way back and then all the way down in, and then flip this down as far as you can. Rotate that, flip his toe up, flip the heel down, and there you have his robot mode fist. And there you see you've got about half a robot. We'll do the same thing, kind of a mirror image of the same thing over here on Jetfire. Rotate that, bring it down, snap it in, extend the leg, and rotate it. Head all the way back, flip up this piece, head all the way back, and right in there. Fold that down, arm down, flip in the heel piece, and there you have, again, another half of a person. And you can take these two halves and snap them together to form Safeguard, which, again, as I mentioned in my picture review, does in fact sound like some sort of brand of deodorant, but Safeguard is his combined form name. Then you have all this kibble on the back, and there's all sorts of things you can do with it. You can snap it together like it was in the jet mode. What I like to do is bring these down like this and put these kind of up like this. Rotate them so the clear bits are on the top and bottom respectively. I'll then do the same over here with these. I like doing it this way because it pulls them in a little tighter in the combined mode. But they sit back there and they look neat, and also kind of retains the X motif from their combined jet form. So I just kind of like the X detailing in their combined forms. He's a little loose posability wise, but you can get some neat poses out of him. Again, his legs and arms retain the same amount of motion that they had in individual mode, so you can get just as many poses out of him. His head, just by the way it combines, does not turn. It's set in place. But his arms and legs are all posable. And again, no waist articulation. It's just the arms and legs that can move, as well as the individual arms on the back, and you can pose those however you like. And just to show him off in combined mode with the rest of the Elite Guard, there he is with Ultra Magnus. I'll move him back some. We're in the shot. I'll show him off when I get Blur. I'll make sure to get everybody in the shot again with Blur, who is on the way and should be soon, as well as Swindle, and I'll do an update with Hound and Cyclonus and City Commander and all that stuff. There's some cool new stuff coming, and as well as I'm just gonna do a group update vid, just showing off some of the differences between a lot of the different figures I've got. And you'll see Test Shot Hound versus Production Hound, Test Shot Cyclonus versus Production Cyclonus, where to store the gun on City Commander in his combined mode. You'll see music label Soundwave with the Universe Ravage, as well as the Repro label stickers. You're going to see a lot of neat stuff coming up in that update vid, as well as the fact that Blur and Swindle are also coming soon. But there you have it. Without talking about any future videos, we'll finish this one up. Transformers animated, the Jet Brothers, Jetfire, and Jetstorm combined to form animated Safeguard.